Can a series of drone and missile attacks spark a full-scale war? A question that has been echoing in the minds of many following the recent intensification of the Israel-Iran conflict. The origins of this long-standing tension trace back to Iran's revolution in 1979 and its subsequent stance against Israel. Fast forward to the present day, the weekend just gone witnessed a significant escalation of kinetic action between the two nations, with Iran launching drone and missile attacks on Israel. This escalation didn't just occur in a vacuum. It was fueled by a series of events that began with an Israeli strike on an Iranian consulate in Damascus earlier this month. The strike resulted in the death of Iranian military leaders and further strained the already tense relationship between the two countries. Adding fuel to the fire is the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestinian militant groups like Hamas and Islamic Jihad. Iran's support for these groups has made it a pivotal player in this conflict, further complicating the relationship between the two nations. On one hand, both sides have a desire to appear strong and assertive, to deter any potential threats. On the other hand, neither wants a full-scale war, fully aware of the severe damage it could inflict on their economies and security. But with the stakes so high, the risks of misjudgment or overreaction are equally high. So, what does the future hold? A de-escalation of this conflict likely hinges on an end to the Israel-Gaza conflict. This will require diplomatic pressure from the US and others to restrain further Israeli strikes on Iran. Interestingly, Russia is not expected to play a major military role in this scenario. The potential economic impacts of this conflict are far-reaching. They include upward pressure on oil and energy prices if Iran threatens the Strait of Hormuz, supply chain disruptions, and shifts in investment flows to and from the region based on risk perceptions. However, the ultimate resolution of the core conflict may require an ideological shift away from extremist factions like Hamas on both the Israeli and Palestinian sides. This is a complicated issue, with deep-rooted tensions and a history that spans several decades. So, to summarize, the Israel-Iran conflict is a complex issue with roots in the past, but with severe implications for the future. The recent escalation in tensions is a result of a series of events, including an Israeli strike on an Iranian consulate and the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestinian militant groups. Both nations are trying to assert their strength, but neither wants a full-scale war. De-escalation will require diplomatic intervention and an end to the Israel-Gaza conflict. The potential economic impacts are significant, and a long-term resolution may require an ideological shift on both sides. Until then, the world watches and waits, hoping for a peaceful resolution to a conflict that has spanned decades and impacted countless lives.